Hello, my name is Candice Bowes, and I'm a teacher, an author, and an instructional designer. I'm here today to give teachers some ideas they can use in their classroom for teaching kids the difference between common and proper nouns. I'll give some tips and strategies for teaching this concept, some resources you can download from my website, and I'll also be sharing a bit about the story I've written to help kids understand what a proper noun is. Let's get started. First, your students will need to have a solid understanding that a noun is a person, a place, or a thing. Nouns are often the first part of speech that we teach. One way to start such a lesson might be to have them name the nouns they see in paintings, posters, or other scenes. Have them tell whether the things they name are persons, places, or things. You can even ask them to find things that are not nouns. In this scene, things like happy, sunny, and hot are examples of words that are not nouns. Another way to help teach this concept is by sorting words. This example uses sticky notes on a board, but index cards taped to a board or lying on a table would work just as well. You could even create a digital version if you prefer using technology. Whatever way you do it, the idea is that the students sort the cards by the type of noun they are. Words that are not nouns should also be included so students can see the difference. You can also have students sit in a circle and pass a beanbag around until a bell sounds or until the music stops. At that point, the person holding the beanbag gives an example of a person, place, or thing. You could do this in teams and/or include strikes if someone names a word that is not a noun. It's totally up to you. This same activity could be used to teach any part of speech and really leverages the power of peer teaching. Once your learners have a pretty good grasp of what a noun is, it's time to explain what a proper noun is. Help them understand that proper nouns are the official names of persons, places, and things. The next step is to explain that the common version of a noun is not capitalized and does not tell which specific person, place, or thing is being discussed. When they're given a name, we know exactly which one the speaker or writer means, and they get written with a capital letter. You could repeat the sorting game minus the not a noun category if you want to reinforce their understanding of what type of proper noun each word is. It also helps them see how capital letters are used to write them. A great way to teach this concept is by reading my book to your students. It's called Becoming Proper in the Land of Noun and is written specifically to teach this concept using the power of story-based instruction, something I truly believe in. In summary, Kayla and her dog Toby travel to the land of Noun and find that no one there has a name. They just go by what they are, city, cat, man, or whatever they happen to be. Kayla demonstrates the power of having a name by using Toby and the other dogs in the land. When she calls out, "Come here, dog," all the dogs come running. But when she calls out, "Come here, Toby," only Toby comes. The other dogs stay where they are. She goes on to help the people and their pets get names of their own, and even helps the cities, states, countries, and planets to get official names. She helps common nouns understand that they will still have a chance of being written with a capital letter if they become part of the official name of something. They decide they can live with that. She does the same thing with days, months, and holidays too. In short, Kayla brings names to the land of Noun, and the common and proper nouns lived happily ever after. I've also created 3 reproducible practice pages you can use with your students. These are included in my book and are available separately on my website. On the first practice page, students will sort and write the nouns at the top into the correct column depending on whether they are common or proper. On the next page, students will find and capitalize proper nouns that are written incorrectly with lowercase letters as they rewrite each sentence. On the last practice page, students will substitute a proper noun of their own choice for the common noun in each sentence. This is a great way to check for mastery of this concept. This book would make a great addition to your classroom library. Just visit my website, startwithastory.net, and order yours today. But hold on, there are more ideas coming for how to teach common and proper nouns. A great way to practice sorting and matching common versus proper nouns is with my sorting cards. There are 72 cards in all with 12 examples of common and proper nouns. There are persons, places, and things they can sort to match and gain confidence in understanding the significance of having an official name and the difference it makes in whether a noun is common or proper and whether or not they get written with a capital letter. These cards are also available on my website as an instant PDF download. Just print or mount them onto cardstock, laminate them, and you're all set with a whole class activity, a language arts center, or a small group lesson. This activity can be done individually or in teams. The students will brainstorm examples of common and proper nouns for each letter of the alphabet. For example, the letter M could stand for monkey and McDonald's. This page is free on my website. A slightly different way to do an alphabet-based brainstorming game is to use polyhedral alphabet dice. Students roll the dice, then give an example of a proper or common noun that begins with that letter. The link to order such a dice is in the description below. Finally, this is an activity that I often use in my classes, and it works great. I write some sentences incorrectly on the board or screen and have my students rewrite them, fixing the mistakes. To be fair, I only include errors on the capitalization and punctuation rules we've discussed to that point in class. But the more skills they've learned, the more intentional mistakes I can make. In this example, I'm focusing on capitalizing proper nouns, but you could include missing periods, commas, incorrect verb tenses, incorrectly spelled words, or whatever you want to review and target for practice. This is a great morning work or bell ringer activity that keeps those language arts skills in mind, and you'll be more likely to see your students using them in their independent writing when they're given regular practice doing so with this activity. I hope you found this video helpful and that you'll check out my other videos that help teachers teach kids about math topics, language arts concepts, and life skills. I hope you like and subscribe to my channel, and I invite you to follow me on Facebook and to visit my website, startwithastory.net, so you can check out all my books and resources for teaching kids. I'm Candice Bowes. Thank you for watching.